So we headed on down to Rockingham Beach today, as there was word of a beached whale that has pushed itself onto shore. So I took the drone, the Mavic 3 Pro, down to the Rockingham Beach, and I've launched just behind this dune over here. You can see there's news crew in front, there's rangers, there's Department of Parks and Wildlife. There's quite a bit going on. A lot of people around just watching this whale. Not a lot being done. Obviously a lot of planning in what's being done, but nothing being done at this stage to help the whale. And I was there for a reasonable amount of time, and not a lot was being done. I imagine they're going to try and get it out to deeper water. You'll see there's a boat there just cording it off, making sure no one goes close to the whale. And there's a sandbar in the front, so obviously the whale's stuck on the sandbar. It does sort of move up the beach as we go, but this is all recorded on the Mavic 3 Pro, changing between the 1x, 3x and 7x lens and zooming in and out. Again, you can sort of see there's a news crew there. There was a number of drones and helicopters, so I did keep my distance, keep far back just to make sure I wasn't in the way of the operation. And I think I went up to about 50 meters, keeping an eye out for helicopters. So you can see there a little bit better view of the animal. Again, it's not in a particularly good way, though I was told earlier on it was sort of a lot more beach than what it is now. I spoke to a number of local residents who turned up when I was flying my drone for a chat, and they said, yeah, earlier on during the day it was flapping its tail and was really quite distressed, where it does seem a lot better now. And as we record, you will see that it does sort of move up the beach pretty slowly. I had to sort of track it with the drone, but very slowly. It didn't move much, just slowly up and down the beach, or up the beach. Beautiful animal. It's a shame to see it like this. We kept it on record for quite some time. You can see it's sort of blowing out of its blowhole there, so obviously quite still alive. The original report was from a carcass that washed up, so I was kind of expecting to see something that was dead, and it is not dead. It is definitely alive. We zoom in quite considerably there. I think that's with the 7x zoom. So you see that with the Mavic 3 Pro you can see a lot from a distance, a safe watching distance, and I got a lot better view than the other pedestrians that were there. So I've zoomed right in with the 7x, up to 28x zoom, and got quite a good picture of the whale. Although in an ideal world I would have liked to go closer to on top, but like I say, there was lots and lots of people around, there was lots of authorities around, so we just tried to do the right thing, keep our distance, keep away from the whale, and just make sure that it's safe. And we did so. So let's say I was there for some time, and you can see here we just go further and further back with the zoom just to get an idea on the scope of where the whale is to shore. And he wasn't far offshore. There was a lot of people watching him from the shoreline. Here we zoomed in quite a bit just to get a different angle of the whale, and you can see again we're up a little bit higher, so we can definitely get a better idea of what's going on. And he is still quite a lot out the water, but again still very much alive and still moving, and at one stage he did move so fairly quickly. You can see he's got a little bit of a bow wave off him, so he's obviously moving a little bit, but even when I left the beach he still hadn't moved much at all. I think he's in real strife. But again, Mavic 3 Pro, with the zoom, with a 7x zoom, great picture. I mean, considering we were quite far away, we get to really see what's going on and have a really different vantage point, a really advantageous vantage point of this dramatic situation, which all the news crews in Perth are all down there checking it out. And I imagine they got similar footage. Really good to get an eye on it without distressing the animal too much. So, as you can see, we get it recorded for some time. I'll just let it go, and he seems to be going slightly deeper. He's sort of getting covered a little bit more here. So it does look like that he's getting better. But again, by the time we left the beach, he hadn't moved much more. The waves are lapping him. Thanks all for tuning in. We do appreciate you taking the time to check out how the Mavic 3 performs in a real life situation. In this particular case, looking at this poor whale on the shore on the beach in Perth. We'll keep you updated to how it transcribes, but at this stage it doesn't look good for the whale. If it doesn't die today, it will be in the next coming days. But as I say, it's still a great time to test out what the drone can do in a real life situation.